Alright, good morning everyone. September 11th, 2021. And we're here at Davis High School. It's a high school where I went to school at. And, you know, on this special day, the 20th anniversary, we're symbolizing, you know, the hard work that the firefighters and the police, everyone else did, you know, of climbing up the World Trade Center, which is 2,171 steps. And so I'm also wearing my weighted vest. It's 45 pounds. And I used to be a wildland firefighter many years ago. So it's pretty important to me to do something like this, especially on the 20-year anniversary. Also wearing my wedding ring, well, silicone ring with the American flag on it. We got the kids, and Liam's doing awesome. So how many times is this, bud?
9. 10.
That's 10? Yeah. So one up and one down. So it's 30 steps going up, 30 steps going down. And so we're basically doing 72 laps. But here we go. Here's 3. Alright, we're at 12 here. We're at 20. Yeah, crazy to think, you know, almost 3,000 people died today, and that includes like 100 firefighters, more than that I think, and then like 100 police officers, EMT, and then just the countless, you know, citizens. I am at 15.
Oh,
You're 22? Nice. I was gonna say, for me, you know, here I am, a 37-year-old young man, and September 11th was like a Friday or Thursday, I think, and we had school that day, and at my house, every morning, you know, as a senior in high school, and we had to be at school by 7:20, and I bought a TV that was black and white, because I would love watching the news, the early morning news when I was getting ready for school. And so I turned it on this day, that small TV in the bathroom, and I turned on the TV, and it was already on Fox 13 News, and they're like, you know, the first plane already crashed. They're like, yeah, we don't know if this was a terrorist or if this was, you know, incidental, terrorist attack, we're just not sure, or an accident. And so just like, wow, that's crazy, seeing all the flames and smoke. And then like right then I was watching it, you know, on live TV, and I see the second plane you know, fly into the second tower, and I was just like in shock. It's like, whoa, can't believe what I'm seeing here. You know, this is actually a terrorist attack. So that was my personal connection to September 11th. I actually watched the second plane crash into the tower, and then I told my family all about it. We got ready for school, drove to high school, and then, you know, that entire day was just all somber, of course, through all the class periods. We watched the television footage in our classrooms, and then we watched the tower collapse, and that was just devastating too. Alright, so Emma's calling it quits after 30. So she made it almost halfway up the Twin Towers. I'm at 28 right here. I think the kids are done walking on the track there, and then Emma's laying down where she was. 33 for me. You're at 40. How is it so far? Good. You're more than halfway. I just hit 40. My quads are burning. Going down and going up. But feel pretty good. 50. Nice. It's actually a beautiful morning here in Utah. Not hot. We're basically the only ones here at the high school. You know, the flags are at half-mast, of course. And there's probably like 75 degrees right now. It's pretty nice, and the kids are tired. They did about 35 times, so that's nearly half the Twin Towers, which is pretty awesome. So now they're just walking the whatever you call this, the field. Do a little break. I'm right at 50 now. $54. 56.
72.
Sarah did it. Actually, it's like 72 and a half flight of stairs. There you go. So flight of stairs wise, you did the Twin Towers. Good job. How's your wagon?
Part of it somehow.
This is part of it. 50, 57. So another story I remembered was at the same time in high school, I was also in the Davis High marching band, and we had practice later that day, and a little before band practice, our teacher, our band director, comes out and was like, "Brad, so-and-so, come here." We're like, "Oh great, what do we do?" And so our band director was telling us, it's like, "Guys, I'm just so sorry, but someone in your neighborhood was on that first plane and crashed." We're like, "What? Who was that?" And it was a lady, and I think her daughter, yeah, who's on that first plane. And we're like, "Oh, we kind of know them, you know," and they were probably about 4 homes away from where I grew up. And we're like, "Whoa, that's crazy." So I remember getting home from school and then going to band practice afterwards, driving there, and there was like news reporters and cops and stuff at this lady's house. So then I pieced it together, and it was that lady on the first plane ride, her first plane crash. And it was just so devastating. More, you know, just the effects of, wow, it even reached Utah. All right, here's 71, here's 72. It's my final one.
Okay.
And then
Good job.
just got a half a stair to go. All right, 72 and a half. And I did it. Whew. Took me 27 minutes. Walked a mile, I guess, on the bleachers. Heart rate's about 159. Whew. That's invigorating. It's crazy to think that, you know, the EMS, all the providers that were involved, firefighters, police, paramedics, running up there because the elevators were out. And, you know, once they got probably into those staircases, you know, they were probably like, help us, come this way, come that way, pulled which way direction. And they're just doing the best that they can, you know, and I'm sure in their minds they weren't thinking that the towers would collapse later on, but they did. So anyways, that was our half hour of exercise, and we walked up the whole Twin Towers. I guess technically we walked up half of it, and then the other half we walked down it, right?
Yeah, so
going up and go down. So it wasn't as precise, but flight of stairs wise, it was the same. So pretty challenging, especially with the 45-pound backpack, or weighted backpack.
Did you do that for the gear?
What do you mean?
Because they're wearing gear.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, sorry. They're wearing gear, exactly. And so they're carrying oxygen tanks, and they're saving people, pulling them out. So adrenaline's going 24/7. They're dripping with sweat. Is this something you would do again?
Yeah, absolutely.
Was it a good way to...
Sure, it was a good experience, and good for the kids too. Even
Yeah.
though they didn't get through the whole thing.
They did about half of it.
But they're still,
Hey, they tried
yeah, they did.
until their bodies just kind of, you know, collapsed. But they did a good job. Hopefully this can inspire you to do something for your September 11th day in the future. I think it's something that you can do. It doesn't have to be the steps. It could be, you know, something small that you think of. But it's a good way to step outside our selfishness for a little bit, do some service, and to remember those who died innocently, and people who who fought for our freedoms. That's only people who died, you know, died at the Twin Towers. That was not all the military veterans too, or military men, you know, overseas who lost their lives as well. So this goes towards them too. So.